What's up, guys? Shay Stevens here, PDJ number 77522, and today we're taking a look at the Streamline Trace. Let's get to it. The Trace is currently the fastest disc offered by Streamline at an 11 speed. It's got a glide of 5, a turn of -1, and a fade of 2. On my friend's recommendation, I picked this up in the Proton Plastic. I'm expecting this to be a good, stable distance driver, so let's check it out. For today's test throws, I was dealing with a slight head right-to-left crosswind that reached no more than 5 miles an hour. I'm throwing at about 70% power to best show off the Trace's flight. Thrown flat on a backhand, the Trace has a nice slight turnover with a finish back towards the center. Thrown on a hyzer, the Trace shows its glide as it fights to stay in the air while fading. A high anhyzer shot produces a nice panning shot with the Trace, but it still has enough fade to fight out if not overpowered. One of my favorite shots is the low hyzer flip, and the Trace's glide does great keeping it off the ground while staying low out of the wind and branches if you're playing in the woods. The Trace can be used for rollers if you have the arm speed. It can probably roll some very interesting lines. The Trace is very popular among forehand players, and I can see why. It handles the torque very well, and its glide offers a lot of distance potential. The 21mm rim is very comfortable and gives players confidence they will be able to control the angle of the Trace on release. Okay guys, to wrap things up, the Trace lives up to the hype. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed throwing this disc. It flies very similarly to my Photons. The Photon has, I think, 0.5 more fade in terms of flight numbers, so I was seeing lines very similar to what I throw with my Photons. Forehanding, though, is really where this disc shines for me. It's got a different feel than the Photon, so I can see where hand preference works. This feels really clean forehanding compared to my Photons. Ironically, all the people who recommended this to me locally are forehand dominant. I can see why they like this disc. It's got great distance without sacrificing too much control. It's only 11 speed. We're not going up, into those higher numbers. So, really enjoyed throwing this, guys. It's not going to make the bag just yet. It's definitely going to my fieldwork bag, and I can see it jumping into my bag after a few sessions, so I'll keep you posted on that. So yeah, guys, if you want a great disc with a lot of glide and control that's going to give you some good distance, check out a Trace. Thank you for watching my review of the Streamline Trace. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and other disc golf content. Lastly, thank you to my sponsor. For all your disc golf needs, including a Streamline Trace, check out Basket Bashers Disc Golf.